Havenites, welcome to episode 7 of the Haven Comics Quiz Show. We have got a fun one for you tonight. We're looking forward to all of our questions, but especially our Canadian question, because that one's always fun, and also that one is specifically for the audience. Stay tuned. Hey everybody, Josh Olive with Haven Comics here in Madison, Alabama, because I always forget to say where we're located, just in case anyone needs to know. That's where we are. Good to see everybody. We've already got some people hopping on the chat. That's awesome. Let me bring on our co-host, Mr. Jeremy Bernard. How you doing, Jeremy, sir?
I'm doing okay. I really liked the way you introduced us. Letting us know what was happening and then showing the video, I felt very engaged.
Oh, well, that's good. I picked that up from my friends at Two Brothers Comics. I noticed that that's how they do it. And I thought, I can steal that. Also, nice shirt.
Oh, thank you. Nice shirt.
Thank you. Who knew?
Complete accident.
It is. That's a total accident. Let's see who we got hanging out in the chat so far tonight. Dustin Ellis, speaking of Two Brothers Comics, totally just ripped you off, Dustin, and I appreciate it. Thank you for the tips on how to do the YouTube stuff. Mike, lucky number 7. That's right. We'll have to have you on one of these nights, Mike Weslowski. Mr. Aaron Michaels, all the way from Orlando, Florida. How are you, sir? Good to see you. Sarah Jordan Art. That sounds promising. I like art. We'll have to talk about that. Let's see. Mr. Alan Breedlove. Hope tonight is the night I win that little old G.I. Joe comic. What G.I. Joe comic, dude? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't see no G.I. Joe comic book. Travis, hello, sir. Previous contestant and big-time winner on the Haven Comics Quiz Show. Mr. Josh Harrison, yet another previous contestant. Wait, pretty soon it's just going to be all previous contestants here.
That's the goal.
All right. Busy but good. Yeah, well, we're missing you. Looking forward to Christmas. Hope you come home for Christmas and Thanksgiving. I don't know if they give you Thanksgiving off at your college or if you have to work for turkeys or what, but hope all is well down there. You want to tell a little bit about our guest and we'll bring him on?
Why don't we bring him on and let him introduce himself? Because I have never actually had the pleasure. This is going to be a new experience for everybody. Mr. Carl Jordan.
Welcome, sir.
Carl, you with us?
Yeah, sorry. I had double audio there for a second. We're good.
Awesome. Carl,
maybe you just had 2 independently working ears. Have you considered that?
I made the mistake of opening the YouTube stream.
That wasn't even my dog.
But I appreciate the plug.
All
if
right.
you are watching us on Facebook and you would prefer YouTube, we are also on YouTube Live at the same time. Some people prefer YouTube, some people prefer Facebook. So you got options.
For anybody who's desperate to answer questions and win prizes, from what I understand, the interface is a little bit faster on YouTube than it is on Facebook.
So you won't get beat out by Justin Lynch on Star Wars questions.
That's so true. Justin Lynch kills it on the Star Wars questions every time.
He's ready to go.
Carl, hang on, I would say it is not, in fact, a 9.8, sir. It is a 9.6. If you got a 9.8 you want to give me, I'll take it.
I have a suggestion. I think we bring Alan on and we play for that comic and we give Alan the hardest questions known to man. And then if he wins it, he won it, rightfully. You don't deserve it. He does. If he gets these questions right. I think that would be fair. Also, how much is that comic? I feel like that's got to be expensive.
Well, it's not crazy. The 9.6 is about a $220 book.
Never mind. Sorry, Alan.
Yeah.
Carl, sum yourself up in one syllable. Just one guttural syllable.
Give us your nerd cred.
You don't get a whole word. That's pretty good.
That was pretty good for one syllable.
Tell us about yourself. What do you do? Who are you?
By day, I am I'm a tech support rep for a phone software company. By night, I do a lot of online gaming with tabletop stuff. I'm actually in a Vampire the Masquerade stream right now on the Onyx Path Twitch channel on Saturday nights.
Like, Saturday night. So not like right now. I thought you were playing both.
Literally right now. Yeah, that's what's on my other screen. Did I not mention? I should have mentioned.
He must be a Malkavian.
Well, yeah. Actually, in our game, we're going to be meeting the Prince this Saturday for the first time, and the Prince is a Malkavian. And it's going to be played by B. Dave Walters, who is a semi-celebrity in tabletop gaming streams.
That's awesome.
Hang on. So the Prince is a Malkavian.
Yes.
You've not met this person.
Yes.
And it's played by essentially a pro.
Correct. Yeah. Someone who like appears on streams that have 35,000 viewers.
That's not shabby. We have like 40 subscribers.
We are just starting.
Our normal
cool,
audience is like 25.
Cool.
We're not a big stream, but we're big stream adjacent.
Well, that sounds awesome. So you regularly do that. For us, since quarantine started to steal.
Hang on, we are. Sarah has fixed it. We are up to 46 subscribers.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh.
Sarah, thank you. That's a good
Put us over the
segue
top.
for anybody who's not subscribed yet. I think you have to physically assault the subscribe button. That's it.
Yeah,
what
you
it
have
is
to
now. You have
smash
to
it.
smash it.
Yep.
You have to.
Get in there.
You have to smash things. You have to like things. There's a bell you got to ring.
Yeah, it's
like
a
a
very
real
complicated
obstacle.
process.
Okay,
Very
so
complex.
Carl, tell us a little bit more about your nerdery. What else do you like?
I do charity live streams with D&D stuff with a channel called Nerdsmith. I am a huge movie buff. I've been hosting a weekly movie night that is now online on a Discord server, but
Right
it
on.
used to be in person. We even for a while were hosting the movies out of the theater at Low Mill for a few months.
That's
Nice.
And it's been going for 6 years with just a small group of friends.
3 favorite movies. Go.
Ooh, that's tough.
I do 3 because 1, it shuts people down completely.
Hunt for the Wilder People, Sing Street, Brick.
We're
I've never heard of any
connected
of those
on
3.
Okay.
Brick is Ryan Johnson's first movie.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, he's great. I love that movie.
Hunt
Have
for
you
the
ever
Wilder
known-
People
I feel like
is,
I'm completely
Taika
ignorant.
Waititi.
Now I need to go and look these up.
Hunt for the Wilder People is Taika Waititi. He's the guy who
Oh, cool.
directed Thor Ragnarok.
I know who he
What We
is,
Do in the
yeah.
Shadows. Okay. It was his big international film that kind of put him on the map. Hunt for the Wilder People. And then Sing
gonna watch
Street
that.
is Sing Street's an Irish movie about a kid in Dublin in the 80s who, to try to woo a girl, puts together a small high school band, like a rock band.
These all sound fun.
It's great. They're feel-good movies.
Very cool.
I will just tell you, as a guy who sang in a lot of musical groups and such, that does not work. That's pure Hollywood fiction.
Oh yeah, it's very idyllic. Yeah.
That does not work. I'm gonna form a band to show her how much I love her, and she will love me back. She will think you're a nerd, and not in the cool way.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
And not in the good way. That's great. I love that we're in a time when the nerd is like the good thing to be. That's
Mhm.
Oh,
fantastic.
no doubt, no doubt. Geekdom is absolutely mainstream now. People acknowledge that it's cool to be a geek, and I'm like, oh well, I peaked at just the right time.
Yeah. When I was in school, so I'm geek light for like a lot of these conversations remind me that like, I mean, I've never even seen Indiana Jones. I know I get beat up about it every episode. There's always something where somebody's like, you got to watch this. And I'm like, oh, don't talk to me real quick. I just hope I get past this conversation. But when I was in school, liking Spider-Man made you a nerd. And now like every kid's got Spider-Man underwear. So
I almost said that, Sarah Jordan, because I've been watching a lot of Leverage lately, and all I hear is Alec Hardison, Age of the Geek, baby. I almost said it, and I thought, not enough people will get a Leverage reference, but it's coming back. Leverage is coming back. I'm excited.
Yeah, absolutely. Sans the Nate.
Timothy Hutton, Nate Ford, yeah.
Right.
But Beth Friescroft just directed an episode. She just directed her first episode. The one who plays Parker. I was really excited.
Right.
I got to put Leverage on my list, apparently.
He's kind of a weird person. I don't know if you know anything about Beth Friescroft, like outside of her roles.
Mike, oh my God. Number one, Mike, I have a kid. So I got to buy my kid stuff. And number two, oh, man.
That's awesome.
Mike, get out.
Yeah. Out. I think I have to get out.
You don't own a van, do you?
No, I don't have a van. You can see in my car in every direction. Oh, man, Mike. Carl, are you a quiz person?
I have done quizzes, not like this. This will be new.
Okay.
Yeah, so for his benefit as a fresh person to the show and for our audience, you want to explain how it works?
Absolutely. So we have got a list of 10 questions. There's one question you can't answer. It is our Canadian bonus question of the night. You will know it is the Canadian bonus question when we play this video. That's strictly for the audience.
I love that video, but I do have a question. Why don't we have the Canadian national anthem playing with that?
It's long.
We don't have to play the whole thing. People only know the first 3 syllables anyway.
You're right. If it just said "Oh Canada,"
I mean, because it's really short. Oh Canada. That's all anybody would need to know.
That's true. That's true. Unless we have any Canadians watching, we respect your national anthem. I do. I know the whole national anthem.
He does actually too.
I tweeted the link to this, and I definitely have some Canadian followers, so we might have some Canadians watching.
Very cool.
Well, we have a Canadian question every week.
Mm-hmm. Out of respect for our brothers in the North. So, ancestors. And whatever else. So, if you get the question right that we ask you, you get to keep it. If you miss the question...
You don't get to keep the question. I mean, you can, but you get to keep the prize.
You get to keep it in your heart, but the prize is yours. You got to pick it up from Haven, and we need to set a time limit on how long it is. So let's ask, what's a reasonable period of time for you to come pick up your prize? 1 week, 2 weeks? Question. That's your first question tonight. A or B? 1 week or 2 weeks?
1 week sounds fine.
You win.
So moving. So you have 1 week to come pick up your prize. Hopefully you're going to have a whole pile to take home. If you don't get the question right, the audience has the opportunity to walk away with prizes too, and they can come pick them up, same as you. So everyone plays along. If you win in the audience, you have the same rule. You got to come pick it up in 1 week, or we're going to put it back in rotation and somebody else has an opportunity to get it. They are going to answer as soon as we ask the question, just like you. Do you trust them? If you see it, I wouldn't trust them. They're often wrong. So, Ryan, you got it.
You know, that really changes if you put a comma after the O, right? Oh, Canada.
Oh, Canada.
Kind of like Call Me Alabama.
Right. Call me Alabama. Okay, Alabama Shannara. We can do that.
I see that all the time.
I'm an English major. Believe me, I see every billboard and I cringe. It drives me insane.
Okay, so that's the gist of it. We're going to ask you questions. You're going to answer them. If you win, you get the prize. If you don't, audience, you get it. Everybody on board?
So I think we should cut to the prize cam and see what prizes we have tonight.
Absolutely. Let's cut to the prize cam. So tonight you will be playing for. Do I see a look of excitement?
Go in all solo on the prize cam.
Tonight we're going to be playing for a sticker pack, a mask and Donatello model, my comic book, my own personal comic book that I released this summer. There's a My Little Pony variant 89. There is a $25 gift card, a Doctor Who sonic screwdriver, You're also going to have the opportunity to win the Dark Knight Death Metal #1 variant by Art Germ. Star Wars Destiny, the dice and card game, is up there. A Spider-Man original art drawing that I have, that's going to be a blank variant that I drew. And then we have a very serious game up there, substantial prize here, Ogre. Oh, yes, and we got a Canadian national flag, or Canadian flag, if you win the Canadian bonus question. So Ogre by Steve Jackson, substantial prize to walk away with there. So that's what's on the table today. Each prize is going to be tied to a specific question. You, Carl, have the opportunity to walk away with everything except for that beautiful Canadian flag. So that's what we got. Audience, you have the opportunity to win each and every one of these things because Carl's not going to get any of them right, so you have to stay on your toes. But Carl, we know you're going to win. So.
Oh, I think I'm going to give the audience plenty of opportunity here.
Well, let's talk about that Ogre game real quick because it's a fun one. You play a lot of tabletop games. This is not an RPG, but it's got a lot of fun concepts. Essentially, the Ogre is this massive, massive moving tank-like machine, and one person is that thing. The other person is a crap ton of tiny little ships. So it's who wins, the swarming fleet or the one giant monster ship.
This sounds like the last level of FTL. You guys familiar with
it's not. That's not far off. Yeah.
Okay.
It kind of makes me think of Ender's Game a little bit. If Ender's Game were set with tanks instead of spaceships.
That's awesome.
It's kind of what the vibe I get. But it's a really interesting game. It's pretty cool.
So
you're being encouraged.
Yeah.
That's good. You got some love in the comments. I think, we spent a little bit of time on how we play it. I think we should do the thing. So let's start.
Do the thing.
All right, I'm going to start with question 1.
Question 1.
In the original Star Wars trilogy, what kind of beast inhabits the Great Pit of Carkoon?
That's on Tatooine. It's the Sarlacc.
Awesome. Congratulations, you win. That's going to be the sticker pack. I'm going to start saying what we win before we play.
Aha.
You won the sticker pack. So this is going to be a combination of Haven Comics stickers and, I see you're repping Ewoks there. Man, you remember when Ewoks were the thing to hate instead of blue milk? And
Man, the glory days when everyone just hated Ewoks.
So you got
before midichlorians.
These are a collection of Huntsville specific stickers and the Haven comic sticker. Let's slide back over to that Yoda. Of course, everyone's familiar with Egg Beater Jesus.
Egg Beater Yoda.
It's Egg Beater Yoda.
Who made that?
Geek Out.
So
Huntsville.
these were donated by Geek Out Huntsville.
I almost wore my Geek Out Huntsville shirt tonight.
Well,
Awesome.
They would have really appreciated that, I'm sure. But yeah, that's courtesy. All the non-Haven items there are courtesy of Geek Out Huntsville.
I wore a shirt that my wife, Sarah Jordan Art, made instead.
Very cool.
I feel like I need to talk to her about some things because I've got some ideas.
Okay.
And we're always looking to bring more artists into the fold at Haven because we have a lot of projects that are always going on. And you can never have enough people who can draw if you're one of the people who can't draw. Just saying.
All right.
But well done. You knocked out question number 1. That was easy peasy. So question number 2.
Write that down. Carl won those stickers. All right.
That's a good idea.
So,
we should track that.
Yep, we should track it. And that way, when you come pick up your prizes, we've got them all ready to go for you.
So what is prize number 2?
Prize number 2 is going to be a Ninja Turtles mask donated by one of our viewers and a Donatello model, a Sprunkit model. So you can check those out here. So there's the Ninja Turtle mask.
That's fantastic.
And then we've got a Donatello model there. That's what you can win. I hear some whispering. If you're receiving help from a friend,
Okay, I'm not.
don't let us find out.
I promise. I am not.
She would rather win them herself.
Oh, win them forward.
I told him to win the Donatello mask for me.
That's fair.
I think, yet chivalry calls for it. All right.
It does. I think now you're duty bound.
Mm-hmm.
Oof. Okay.
All right. So, in which New York City neighborhood can you pretty reliably find Daredevil beating up bad guys?
Hell's Kitchen.
Bing, bing, bing. We've got a
Great
winner.
job. You're a ringer.
All right.
So there you go. You've done
fun.
your sworn duty. You've done your chivalrous activity for the day. You've won the prize. I mean,
Yeah.
you can quit now. You're ahead.
Yeah, you can call it and let the audience get the rest.
Yep. I got the one my wife wanted, so we're good, right?
I
Is
got
there
a quick
anything else that
shout
you
out
want?
here to Mr. Ryan Williams. How you doing, sir? Good to see you. Always glad to have you on, man.
I see Mike being a little disloyal there.
You know Mike likes to spread the love around for artists.
Yes, he does. I love
Speaking
Mike
of which-
because. What was it, time?
I don't know if it's time right now, but I mean, we should probably save that for later.
But let's tell people what it is. Last
reveal
episode.
this week.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Mike commissioned me to draw Josh Olive, owner and proprietor of Haven Comics, as Venom. So I've got that on the docket to showcase tonight. I hope that I set it up the right way. I did it. I took the file and I set it up as a high def file. So I hope it shows through. We'll see. We'll see. But I've got it.
Man,
Don't peek, Josh.
that sounds exciting.
I venomized me. I'm dying to see what that looks like.
They venomize everything now.
And this Christine is the one who made the masks and donated those, the TMNT masks.
Nice.
It's a super cool human being. So yes, you made someone very happy. At least you made his you made Sarah very happy. I'm guessing that's Sarah
yes.
Yeah.
that's tuned in here. All right. So that was easy peasy, man. Knock that question out. We're up to what? Question number 3. What's our prize for question number 3?
Question number 3 is actually going to be my comic book. Let's cut to the prize cam. We can show off my comic book I published this summer. This is called Brief But Unsettling Home Videos. It's, I mean, I don't know, maybe not safe for work, but, you know, pretty safe for work, not safe for work. It's going to be, it's going to have 3 stories in it, all written by me from a, I want to keep calling it anthology, but that's only if there are multiple writers.
Well, I would like to point out, just so everyone knows, the Brona there on the cover, that is not both Jeremy. One of them is Jeremy, the other is his brother. But also, if you say their last name multiple times in a row, you can say Brona, Batman, and that's fun to do too.
So this is what's on the docket for you to win. I know we just met tonight, but this is local author or local artists making art, spreading it out into the world. So Travis Goodwin says it's safe enough for work. So Travis feels like he could get away with it at work, and I respect that.
I have a question, and Ryan, freaking amazing. How have I never thought of this before? Haven.
Like the
How
building?
have I not thought of that? We should do a venomized version of our logo.
That's not a bad idea. That's a pretty good idea, Ryan.
Ryan, you win some stickers or something. We'll hook you up. Yeah, we'll take care of you. That's amazing. You're writing that down so we remember?
Yeah.
To venomize the logo? Because that's a great idea.
Ryan, do you have my comic yet? Travis, it's safe for work if you're working from home.
Nice.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, that's great.
Ryan, we're going to hook you up with a small prize pack. I got a pretty good idea. Check me out. Let me know if this is dumb. Ryan says, no, sir. Ryan, you just won my comic book. And I think we'll throw a Haven sticker in there too. What about venomized common household objects, like a venomized toaster? I could do a small print, like run
venomized toaster would be terrifying. I mean, just picture that. That red light coming out.
It works.
Yeah, I mean, it works.
Let's tease just a little bit here. All right, so this is what I had to start with for this.
More chaotic appliances.
Perfect. This is the photo I had to start with. Let me take this off. One of my favorite things to do is portrait art. I love it. So the better quality photo you give me, like for instance this, the more I have to work with. And then next question, I'll show you where I started.
I forgot that in mind. You had that picture to use. I completely forgot about that.
And I just have it now.
So
wow,
in this format, when you switch to that picture and it had the little blue banner at the bottom for just a second, it looks like some sort of a news story about some
like a ticker.
Bad. Yeah.
Can everyone else see the photo? Okay. The prize cam's telling me yes. Okay, so prize number 3, we've got up my comic. I'm going to go ahead and run this. In Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, who does Cho Chang go to the Yule Ball with? I haven't seen Harry Potter. If I said that wrong, I'm sorry.
No, you got it right. Holy cow. I haven't done any Harry Potter media in a while. Pass.
Oh man,
this one of the audience. You're gonna kick yourself for because the answer's right there. But I would never have gotten it in a million years either.
Is it Harry?
No, I wouldn't have got this. You know why I wouldn't have got this? Because I haven't seen any of the Harry Potter movies.
Oh, I've definitely watched all of them.
Just read the books.
We got Batman. That is wrong. And the right answer pops up. Cedric Diggory. All right, bonus. Who played him? This blew my mind. Who played Cedric Diggory?
Oh, is that my bonus question, or because I passed, is it the audience?
It's the audiences. We're going to throw this to the audience.
Because I know that one.
No answer from the audience. This was good.
Well, actually, the answer is correct. It's right there. What? Sorry, it's right
we
there.
Have it.
Who said
Batman. Batman played it. The prize cam is screaming the answer at me. We do have the right answer also from Josh. Robert Pattinson, 3 years before Twilight, was in Harry Potter.
Who was the first person to say the answer? It actually looks like...
Do we have another one?
Yeah, it looks like YouTube. Travis.
Oh. Travis, Josh.
Travis.
You know what? Let's give... This is a bonus, so let's give that to both of them. Josh, you won my comic. And then I tell you what, I've got a small sketch for each. Let's to make it fair, I want to give the same thing away. So I'm going to do a print of my Venomized Sailor Moon. Since we're plugging a lot of my Venomized stuff tonight, both of you will win a print of my Venomized Sailor Moon drawing.
Josh Harrison, you win the Venomized Sailor Moon on the condition that that is your next cosplay at Dragon Con.
Venomized Sailor Moon.
That is one of my favorite prints. That's a good one.
Thank you.
In case you don't know, Carl, he got a cease and desist on that one.
Oh,
yes, sir. That's a pride of my career, is that cease and desist from Disney. Sarah, it looks like we're getting the answers from YouTube faster, but I think what's happening is we're getting the answers faster, but they don't pop up as quickly, which is weird.
So YouTube might be slightly ahead.
Mm-hmm. But somehow lagged.
But lags on the delivery of the comment?
Yeah, I think that's what's happening.
Okay.
All right, so let's move on to question 4.
What's the prize for question 4?
For question 4, you are going to get a My Little Pony variant number 89. So let's cut to the prize cam. So So this is what's up. It's a variant comic book from My Little Pony here.
Apparently that excited my dog.
Well, dogs love ponies. And that
Josh,
is
I see
by,
a pretty familiar name there.
yeah, say that's by artist Andy Price, who is a Havenite from way back.
I think that's super cool. So Andy Price got big. He now does the My Little Pony comics, and he got big and he left.
Yeah, moved to Atlanta. I still, one of my favorite books that he's ever done, because I know it was a complete labor of love, was in issue number 6, when Slave Labor Graphics, for a very brief period of time, had a license to do a Haunted Mansion comic book. And Andy and his wife Alice are both huge fans of the Haunted Mansion. And so Alice wrote a story set in the Haunted Mansion, and Andy drew it. And it's full of, I mean, it's so detailed and it's so true because they're both such big fans of the Haunted Mansion. And then Andy put little hidden Mickeys and things like that throughout the art. Because one of Andy's big things he's really good at, and he loves to do, is dropping Easter eggs in his art.
Very cool.
He drops it all the time. Look for characters from the TV show Fringe in his art a lot. The Blues Brothers, Magnum PI. He's dropping guys like that in his art all the time.
How does he not get a cease and desist?
Well, because he does it subtly, and it's usually in the background. And like nobody's looking at a horse, a My Little Pony horse, wearing a Hawaiian shirt with a mustache and a curly mane.
Oh,
who is that?
that's
Nobody.
funny.
It's Magnum PI, and you can tell it's Magnum PI, but it's a horse. It's bizarre.
Travis Goodwin just said, "Which of these do you see first?" But I only see one.
But yeah,
So,
he's awesome. If you like to look for
Travis, it looks like I saw Facebook first. Which
Well,
one
now
did you
you're
put in
two.
first?
Yeah, by a
one
good
is on the
thing.
top.
Interesting.
That's interesting.
Is that anything like the Rescue Rangers story about how the Rescue Rangers were supposedly modeled after Magnum PI and Indiana Jones?
That's cool. I've never heard that.
The Chippendale,
Magnum PI, right?
Chippendale's Rescue Rangers.
Yes and no. He's just a huge fan of Magnum PI, so he puts Magnum PI everywhere. Yeah. Chippendale, Rescue Rangers, Chippendale when there's danger. Yeah. I don't know that song at all.
I was
Never
asked to draw those guys a little while ago, a couple of years ago, and man, that was a throwback. I hadn't thought about them in 20 years.
That's awesome.
So, question
I bet it
4
was.
on that, we're going to play for that My Little Pony variant. Josh,
Alrighty, question number 4. Before appearing with the rest of the Super Friends in the Hanna-Barbera show, what superhero also appeared in 2 Scooby-Doo episodes in the early 1970s?
we'll cut out just a little bit. Josh, you mind rereading that for the audience?
Well, you shouldn't have done that.
That was worse. Can you do
All right. Before appearing with the rest of the Super Friends in the Hanna-Barbera show, what superhero also appeared in 2 Scooby-Doo episodes in the early 70s?
So I don't know, but I have a guess. I'm guessing
Guess it-
because it was a detective, it was Batman.
Nailed it.
Well played, sir. Way to play your hunch.
Okay.
I mean, if you didn't guess, you were still going to be wrong. Why not guess?
True.
All right.
If it's the Wonder Twins, I'm going to lose my mind. That's funny. All right, guys. We're on
That would have
question
been
5.
interesting, though.
The Wonder Twins. Yeah.
I think I need to, before we get to the Canadian question, I'm going to show. So this is what I started with, and this is where I went next. So I just took the original image. You can see right there. And I just took all the lines that made Josh Olive. So that's where I started with there. what I started with. So that's the process for me. That's step number 1 is to draw the figure out. So after our Canadian question, I'll show you the Venomized Josh Olives.
I wish you could have drawn my figure a little bit differently, but you didn't have a lot there.
Hey, when you see the finished one, you're going to be very happy.
I'm dying to see it.
Okay.
I totally forgot he had asked you to do that because that was a long time ago.
I mean, that's one of my favorite requests I've had in a long time. All right, let's do it. Audience, this is for you. We are
Play it
playing
again. I love that thing.
$25 of Haven money. You come in, and we will hook you up with a $25 Haven gift card. You buy whatever you want. As you can see, you've got the support of the True North, strong and free right there.
I love the prize cam waving the flag.
Also, you get the flag.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. True. You get a Canadian, mini Canadian flag. All right.
We have the best prize cam in the business. That's all there is to it.
All right. Question 5.
Our prize cam has attitude.
Yes. Yes. Yes, it does. Dudley Do-Right,
There.
a member of the Royal Canadian Mounted Police,
Ooh.
first appeared in what classic animated children's TV series?
This is for the
Dudley
audience.
Do-Right.
I think I know this one. I think it's Rocky and
But you have to
Bullwinkle.
hang on to it.
No, Carl,
Oh, no. It's not for me.
No, Carl.
I'm sorry.
Carl.
I'm awful.
All right. We're going to hook ourselves
from the stream. Did those people type that first?
No. Okay. Hey, Owen, if you are watching, do you have another Canadian question teed up? Owen Anderson, I have to go ahead and give a shout out to him. Owen Anderson writes our questions. He does a phenomenal job every week, hooks us up with some really great questions from all over pop culture, mostly focused on comic books. We were talking about what's happening.
College. He is amazing.
He does a great job. Before the show, he and I were talking, and next week, all Halloween questions. I'm going to be dressed up. Our guest is going to be dressed up. So it's going to be a great episode.
I might have a different Canadian trivia question.
I'm into it. Yeah.
This is music and TV related. What TV show did Alanis Morissette first appear in?
I'm into it. Alanis Morissette, Canadian. All the cool people.
So you're saying before she was a recording star, she was on.
Or she was a recording artist. What TV show did she appear in?
Huh. Will I have ever heard of this show?
I don't know.
I mean, it's not like Trailer Park Boys, is it?
No.
Because I wouldn't have heard of that one until recently.
We've got one wrong answer right there, friends. We've got some love in the audience for you. This is unprecedented.
These unprecedented times, our guests come on and ask the questions.
You know what's interesting? He can't see. Sarah Jordan, you cannot answer this. He can't see the...
I just typed the answer into the private chat, guys.
Okay, thank you for that. That was very thoughtful.
That is helpful. I forgot we have a... Oh, well, okay. Huh.
You know what? Owen, who always writes the questions,
you know what?
has
That's
the opportunity
fair.
to win. One question. The one question he had a chance to win, and he did. You can't say that on TV. And he said it twice. I missed it, and he said it again. Yep, he was the first one to do it.
I think the show is actually called You Can't Do That on Television, but that's close enough.
Alan, I saw this and I didn't know what it was. It was so close.
I didn't either. I didn't know what that was either.
I'm going to give it to Owen. I'm going to give it to Owen. That is a $25 gift card to Mr. Owen Anderson, who always writes the questions and can never play.
It's only fair.
Yeah.
All right. Glad I could help. Did I redeem myself?
Yes. Yeah, you did.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
The Royal Canadian Mounted Police, otherwise known as Mounties, I'm going to ask the prize cam, but I'm pretty sure that's their equivalent of feds, the FBI. So, interesting how that works.
I think it's more like the U.S. Marshals.
That's probably a better, that is probably a better, what's the word I'm looking for?
Analogy.
Yes. Carl, you're reading my mind. Carl, we're going to be friends. Yes. We got the hat.
It's the hat.
Yeah.
Right, we got two guys on here with the Haven shirt, and we got two guys on here with the hats. We got two guys with glasses.
We're a
We
Venn
got three
diagram.
guys with facial hair.
Josh, for question 6, do you think the audience is ready to see you venomized?
Well, I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready to see that. And I think maybe we should tease it out and make them wait toward the end.
Okay. All right. I think that's fair. Question 9. I'm going to show you guys Josh Olive, owner and proprietor of Haven Comics. You know him. You love him. But when he's Venom, he's also a psychotic monster with a symbiote in his... where does it even live? Is it in the spinal cord? I don't even know how it works.
That's a good question.
And why is he sometimes evil? This is a whole thing. That's a whole conversation.
Well,
But,
I can tell you that.
Tell me.
It takes on some of the personality of the host, right?
Josh, I just got the best idea ever.
Because he's bitter because Peter Parker broke up with him. All right, so we ready for what's our prize for the next
Prize for question
Jim?
6 is going to be, if the prize cam would hook us up, it is going to be the Doctor Who sonic screwdriver. This is for the 4th Doctor. I don't know Doctor Who, but I think there are like 45 Doctors?
There's
At least
11?
13. 13 is the woman playing the character.
Oh, right. Yes.
So is this an old one?
Yes.
Well, if you want to cosplay, all you got to do is throw on a pretty cool hat, a scarf, and now you've got this sonic screwdriver. So anytime you walk out the door, you're ready to go with a pretty easy cosplay. You see the hat?
Yeah, that's the scarf, the hat. Get a wig. You're good.
Yeah. Is that like 4 accessories? Okay. So for the chance to cosplay as the 4th Doctor, Josh, what is question 6?
Question number 6. Who was Thor's first human host in the comics? Speaking of hosts, this name was given to Thor in the first film as an Easter egg for his secret identity while he was stranded in New Mexico. But yes, in the comics, this dude finds this thing, picks it up, and poof, when he picks it up and like says its name or something, I forget, he transforms into Thor. And then he can transform back into this other guy. They thankfully mostly got rid of that in the comics and just, hey, it's Thor. But this other person actually comes back in the next issue of Thor that hits the shelves. So yes, who is the first host for Thor in the comics? And it is in the movie too. They use the name of the name.
Right. It's the name that's on his fake badge, on his security badge.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot think of the name. I don't know it. Pass.
All right. That means
I
it
see
goes
the answer
to Mr.
in the comments.
It's Blake somebody.
No, it's above that.
No, Alan, you're so close every time. But it is Donald Blake, Mr. Aaron Michaels.
Okay.
Aaron is encyclopedic. He knows everything. And he knew this. Donald Blake is the right answer there. So
That's right. He slams the stick into the ground. That's right. That's how he.
This was a borderline psychotic thing that Odin did to Thor here. It's like, here, you've got this incredibly weird split identity. Are you human? Are you not? So, I mean, the goal was for Thor to learn some humility and humanity. And I think that does it, right?
It's never taken with Thor very well. He always needs another lesson in humility.
Right.
He keeps reverting back to better than everyone else.
Being a big baby who can't lose.
That, yeah.
But what if you are better? He is better. He's freaking awesome.
He's clearly not. He's a big baby who can't lose. That's not better.
Well, yeah.
As
He might be
flaws
bigger,
go,
stronger, and faster, but and better looking, but that doesn't make him a winner.
like as character flaws go, that's almost a DC character flaw.
To just be better.
You know,
or be
I'm
lying.
not going to argue with that because I think that's 100% true.
Hey guys, typically I take my notes on the computer, but this psychotic mess, I don't know if any of you can see it. I feel like when Mike has the FBI on the way to my house right now. I feel like when they see the way that I wrote this, they're gonna just drag me off. I feel like I need to transcribe this. Okay.
Yes, Aaron. Donald Blake returns in Thor #9, which is the next issue coming out.
It only lasted. Wait, hold on. Like now, or Thor was only Donald Blake for 8 issues?
No, Donald Blake has been gone for a long time.
Okay. When
and
you
then
said
he
Thor
reappeared
#9, I didn't know
briefly
if you
during
meant,
the
like, a long
run
time
where
ago.
they set Asgard in the middle of Oklahoma. That was fun. And then he's been gone for a long time again, but now he's showing back up. Donnie Cates is pulling out all the stops, and so yeah, he's going to be showing back up.
You got me. Okay, question 7. You are playing for the Dark Knight Death Metal #1 variant. If the prize cam can zoom in on this, that is going to be the Art Germ variant. This variant is sick. This was in my pull box. I'm going to pass the love on to somebody else. This has spiked a little bit in value, so I might hold on to it. But Art Germ never misses the mark. He is great.
Holy cow.
Also, that color scheme is just rad. So this is what you're playing for.
That is a great cover.
Let's see. There you go. Okay, so question 7. In The Lord of the Rings, what is the name of the book that Bilbo Baggins is writing?
Oh, there and back again.
Yes, sir. Carl, you're doing great. You're killing it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm going to know any of this trivia. Nailed it.
You're doing good.
I had a concern that it was going to be way more comic book related, and I'm way out of the loop.
We try to
I
keep
don't know,
it
you
general nerd stuff with a slight emphasis on comics, maybe, but we want it to be accessible to all 14 people watching.
Oh, maybe I should pass more. I should pass.
No, you're doing great. You're doing great.
I really like that cover, though. I'm really glad about that one.
It's a great cover.
Yeah.
It's a great cover.
So speaking of general pop culture, I feel like the next one is, I feel like this is like a zeitgeist kind of nerd movie. I don't feel like you need to be up on anything. You either have seen this one, or I feel like everybody's seen this one. But
Well,
interestingly,
what prize are we playing for here?
So for question 8, we're going to play for a Star Wars Destiny card game. It is a card and dice game.
Ooh.
Mostly dice.
Have you played it? I haven't played it.
Yeah, it's a
I
dice
haven't played
game.
this one yet. I have not.
Well, now you're going to get a chance to.
Is this a Fantasy Flight game?
I believe so. Fantasy Flight's got the rights to all the Star Wars games.
Oh,
at the
yes.
moment.
Yeah, it is. I see it at the top.
Why
Okay.
is it keep getting back to me by myself? It's totally weirding me out.
When I take off the solo or when I take off the prize cam, it goes right to you first.
That explains so much.
I'm a huge fan of what Fantasy Flight has done with the RPG for Star Wars. It's amazing.
I wish they were going to get to keep the license, but it doesn't look like they are.
Yeah. Thanks, Disney.
It is a shame.
In a running thread, trashing me every week. Jeremy, have you seen this movie? I have not.
Whoa. You have not seen the movie that I'm about to ask a question.
I have not.
It's nerd zeitgeist.
Haven't seen it. Man, I know. There's something wrong with me.
Dude.
I know. I would have got this question right, though. Speaking of. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Josh, I'm going to let you do it.
Question, this is a simple, easy breezy question. I'm tempted to do it for everyone, but I will refrain because it's a family-friendly show. In the Goonies, what is the name of the dance Chunk has to do to get into Mikey's house?
Are you kidding? It's the Truffle Shuffle. This feels too easy.
You get bonus points if you do it, if you demonstrate it.
Like in my chair? No, I don't think I need bonus points. How do we let someone in chat do that?
You're doing fine. You don't need any bonus points. We got some people in chat jumping on this. It seems like that's a pretty
everyone knows that one.
We also have some hate from me. Yes, I have not seen The Goonies. It is on the list of movies that everyone has seen but me.
Dude.
I apologize to the public at large.
It's a classic. It holds up really well.
It really does, surprisingly well. And you can see a young Samwise Gamgee. You can see a young Thanos.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
And it's a Richard Donner film. He's the guy who did the original Superman movies.
Yep.
I haven't seen those either.
Holy cow.
I'm sorry. I know. Take my card away. I don't know. I just walk into a room and people are nice to me. I don't know. It's the art thing for me. I draw.
We were all hoping, and it looked like he was on the edge. And then he probably looked over, and his wife was like, "Don't do that." And his dog was like, "Oh."
Man.
You have probably seen a Richard Donner film. He's directed 82 movies, and most of them were blockbusters.
Okay, 82 movies. Start listing them. I'll tell you when I've seen one.
All of the Lethal Weapon movies.
Yes, I have seen the Lethal Weapon
movies.
Lady Hawk.
Never heard of that.
One of my favorites.
Time Mind?
Yeah, Timeline. The Michael Crichton.
That was the Michael Crichton adaptation. Yeah, that was good.
No.
Oh my goodness. The Omen? I think that was his big hit.
No.
That's the one that got him the job for Superman.
Wait,
Josh.
What?
Josh trashing me in the comments. He hasn't seen Lord of the Rings either. I have not. Josh, you know the tragic story to why I haven't seen Lord of the Rings. It's real. It's legit. Yep.
It reminds you of your childhood ring.
Did you watch Scrooged? Bill Murray Christmas.
You've never seen Scrooge?
No, I've seen some
I feel
clips.
like we need to have a campover or a sleepover where we just watch movies for 3 days straight.
I feel like I'm going to get Clockwork Orange. And people are going to hold my eyelids open. Aaron's there with me too. Fun fact,
what?
Aaron, are you 18? He hasn't seen any of these movies. Aaron has a reason.
He has seen a lot of these movies, I guarantee you. Aaron
Sarah
is like an 18-year-old who was raised to be a 45-year-old. He's got all of the same like if it came out in the 80s, he's on top of that stuff. It's fantabulous. Love it. But yeah, we need to clearly set you up with some movies, buddy.
All right, I tell you what.
You want to borrow them? I own most of those.
I'll keep that in mind. I tell you what, Josh, at some point, you and I are going to have to get on the chopping block. And I think Owen is too. So yep. I think these movies are where my questions have to come from.
So you have to watch them all. I'm up for that plan.
I think that's fair because there's a lot here that somebody said something about Mighty Ducks. No, I haven't seen that. I haven't seen Mighty Ducks. There's so many. I feel awful. I could probably redeem myself with some of the movies I've seen, but not many. So, okay, that was question 8. I think that's where we said we were gonna. Hey guys, remember there are things that you would like about me. Like for instance, so I drew this. This is the young and the beautiful Josh Olive.
Yelling at someone.
And boom. That is Josh Venomized.
Holy cow.
So it's typically square, and I had to do the widescreen thing. And then if that's not good enough for you, I just did this for a laugh. Oh, man.
Wow. How
Thank you,
cool
Mike.
is that?
Yeah, so Mike just hooked you up with that. I think Mike's intent was for the coronavirus to have not happened and for us to
I wish he had been
put
right.
that up in the store. Yeah, so when we have an opportunity for anybody to ever, go out in the world again, we'll put that up in the store, and people can come in and see your face, and then you don't have to be crazy to work here, but I am.
But it helped. Wow, that's awesome.
So we are pushing it on time a little bit. I'm going to go through.
It's not
Just Josh working on proposal.
Okay,
Okay, so let's cut to the prize cam. Question 9. What's up to win is going to be a sketch cover comic. This is Spider-Man. This is drawn by me. So this is Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. Prize cam, will you zoom in? What is that? What issue number is that? Number 1. So that's probably Spider-Man number 700, maybe 800, maybe 900. But we've got number 1 written on it. And then I've got some Kirby crackle in there. It's just kind of a basic black and white sketch. But
I like that it's currently being filmed on a spider web lace pattern there. That was pretty clever.
That's very October.
Yeah, we're set up for Halloween. We're Halloween people.
Now, I've seen some videos of people who have taken their small children and they put them in embarrassing costumes, like this guy who turned his little kid into a disco ball, and he hung the little kid off of a thing, so when he would go walking, he's just taking, this kid is hanging here as a little disco ball. Do you do anything embarrassing and horrible to your child?
No, I don't do embarrassing and horrible things to my child. We do dress her up. She has a sloth costume. I think she has a shark costume. She had a Thor costume. Our Prince of Josh Venom going to be available. We'll have to talk that one through. Josh, I think we might be able to make them available. That is going to be in my sketchbook. So my sketchbook is coming out probably maybe the first. You're going to have to pre-order. I can't sell the sketchbook, but if you hook yourself up with a sketch in the next month or so, I will throw in the sketchbook for free. And I'll have that in the beginning of December. So you will be able to get a print of Josh as Venom in that, along with a lot of Spider-Man's Rogue Gallery. There's a pretty intense Spider-Verse piece I've been working on. I'm very excited about that. So it's you can own it. You can lovingly look at Josh Olive's face with his venomized, and just spend some time with it if you want. Where are we? I don't even remember what we're doing anymore.
Question 9.
Question 9. In Buffy the Vampire Slayer, why does Willow?
Oh yeah, the Spider-Man. Yeah.
Yes, this is for my Spider-Man drawing on a blank cover comic. In Buffy the Vampire Slayer, why does Willow, using magic, torture and finally flay, removes the skin of Warren in season 7? This is an intense question.
Holy cow. Season 7's the comic book season, right?
I haven't seen Buffy the Vampire Slayer. One day somebody's going to talk about something, and I'm going to be Captain America with I understood that reference. It's going to happen.
Pass. I'm a big Joss Whedon fan, and I don't know that one.
This is an intense question with a very specific answer. Okay, we've got some in the comments already. He killed her girlfriend. Warren shot and killed Willow's girlfriend. That is the answer. Alan, you got one, and that is going to be the Spider-Man original piece of art.
Well played, Alan. Well played.
If you want to exchange that for Josh's $200 prize G.I. Joe comic, you can. Just
the opinions of Jeremy Bernard are not necessarily the opinions of the show.
I'm wearing the shirt.
He's repping right now. Look at that. Look at this guy.
I like this. Point down. There we go. All right, so we're at the end, guys. So we've got question 10. Question 10 is for the big one. That is going to be Ogre. Let's cut to the prize cam. Okay, Josh, remind us a little bit about Ogre. It is a big tank versus a bunch of little tanks.
Yeah, it's essentially one massive big tank. It's like a city-sized tank fighting a crap ton, massive fleet of small vehicles just to see who wins. I will tell you, that tank is hard to beat.
Man, that's exciting.
So it's a challenging, it's a big prize, so it's a challenging question, but one that you never know. You have proven to have quite the assortment of knowledge, so let's see how you land on this one.
Okay.
All right. Before appearing on late night TV in the early 1990s, what anthology TV series host made his first appearance in 1949 in Crime Patrol number 15? In issue number 17, the comic book Crime Patrol was renamed to its classic moniker that then lent its name to the TV series. So, it's a long, convoluted question, but in short, who was it who appeared on late night TV in the 90s based on a comic book first appearance in 1949 that shortly after he appeared in the comic was changed to his name?
Holy cow.
Big prize, big question.
I'm trying to go through like 80s, 90s late night TV hosts. And I
don't have to think network. I will say that.
Okay.
It is not Wesley Snipes.
It sounds like you're saying that it's a character that is the host, and the character was in the comic in the 50s. Okay, so it's not necessarily like an actor that was a host that was alive in the 50s.
Correct.
Because that severely limits it.
I'm seeing a lot of logic here. I love it.
I like your process of working through it. Yes, the character first showed up in 1949 and then went on to host a show in the 90s.
I feel like I'm going to kick myself when you say this, but I have to pass.
Don't pass. Say anything.
So, okay.
Get something.
Okay.
Is that your dog or is that Jeremy?
Yeah.
Jimmer, you'd be like, oh, look over there.
No. I actually, I've gotten in the habit of closing the comments when you ask me a question.
That's really respectable.
He's abundantly honest, too. What a lovely gentleman.
Oh, God. I think I'm in the wrong era, but I'm gonna guess.
Talk it through. Talk me through a genre. What genre do you think?
So I'm assuming this is a horror genre.
I'm rooting for you, Carl.
because most of the character hosts that I can think of for like movie hosts are all in the horror genre. Oh,
Josh, we've given him lots of hints.
Okay. Fuck. I'm thinking of people like Ed Ridley and Grandpa Munster and shit. Okay, Grandpa Munster.
Okay, Grandpa Munster.
Sure.
Okay. All right.
We got the right answer a while back.
Yeah, we had it.
But he wasn't
Oh
the first
my
one.
god.
He wasn't the first one. Up above that even.
Was there another one?
Yeah, way up above.
It
Well,
was.
then we're getting into Willow.
Oh, wait, hang on. Was he first? Oh, I see.
I thought he was first.
You're right.
Yep, the Crypt Keeper. That one I have seen. I used to stay up and watch that.
I
That
quit.
creeped me out all the time. What'd you say, Carl?
I quit. I'm going home.
You're already home.
And that was the last question. I think it was Alan. I saw Alan a long time before I saw the next one pop up.
I saw Keith's pop up, but Alan's did that thing where Keith did his on Facebook and Alan did his on
like
YouTube.
Like an hour ago, Owen said, I hope you like the 10th question. It's TV related.
Mm-hmm.
That was a perfect question. That was amazing. And I am absolutely kicking myself.
Well, you had the genre right. You talked yourself through it.
I couldn't remember that character existed. Man. The
minute you hear it, though, you automatically jump to those HBO commercials and everything, right? You just like, boom.
Oh, my God, yes, because he was marketed so well. He was all over the place.
Carl, deep breath. You won a sticker pack, a Ninja Turtle mask, the Donatello model. You won the My Little Pony variant, number 89. You won the Doctor Who. No, that was Aaron. You won the Dark Knight Death Metal number 1 variant. You won Star Wars Destiny card game and dice game. That's a pretty intense haul.
Holy cow. Thank you for putting that in perspective. I don't feel bad about the Crypt Keeper.
No, you shouldn't. You went on a tear, man.
Holy cow. Okay.
Owen Anderson, you won a $25 gift card to Haven. Congratulations for winning the only question you've been able to answer in the entire game. Josh Harrison, you won my comic book. Congratulations. Josh and Travis both won a Venomized Sailor Moon print. And then Aaron won the Doctor Who screwdriver. And then Alan Breedlove won the Ogre game. And this was a pretty fun show. A lot of good stuff going out.
One of the comments just now, Tim mentioned one of the movies last night in my movie night group. He's a member of my movie night group.
Awesome. I'm going to guess it was Goonie.
Really spaced on it.
Tim, were you cheating? Did you know the answers?
No, like he mentioned a Tales from the Crypt movie.
Oh, yeah, I'm kidding. I know Tim didn't know the answers. We talked beforehand.
Sure.
What? Can I donate my comic to Sarah? I already won one. Josh, of course, you can do whatever you want with your comic. Spread the love. Sarah, so that's going to be Carl's Sarah, right? So Carl's just going to pick everything up?
Sure.
Okay, awesome.
I mean, she can come with you. You don't have to come by yourself. We do allow all people in the store.
So I'm just going to add that to Carl's haul, though.
The more the merrier.
Hold on 2 seconds. Let me grab it real quick.
While he's doing that, I've got a box that I can unbox if you guys want to see a little tiny mail call that I got.
Yeah, absolutely. While you do that, I'm just going to do a real quick flip through home videos. This is my comic that we're talking about. If you like Tales from the Crypt, that's exactly the inspiration for the kind of stuff that I'm working on right now. And I have been asked over and over lately to maybe pick up a second one, and I have a pretty cool idea to maybe make it an ongoing comic. Right now, it's a collection of stories. So we'll see where that goes. We're just getting a bunch of movie titles in here. Was there
Are
Josh,
these more Richard? Are these more Richard Donner movies that you should have seen? Is that what they are?
No, these are Tales from the Crypt movies.
Oh. Yeah, I saw Bordello of Blood in there. I hadn't seen the other ones, but I got you.
Dusk Till Dawn wasn't a Tales from the Crypt movie, was it?
No, it was Rodriguez. Robert Rodriguez.
Yeah, written by
Quentin Tarantino.
Yes, I have seen a movie. It was that one. That's the one movie I've seen.
I have seen a movie.
That's the one you saw?
That's it.
He had a strange upbringing, apparently.
It's got a monologue from Cheech Marin that I could do without.
Yeah, I mean, I could do without any monologue in any movie.
It's more like a
Personally.
sales pitch for the strip club. It's bad.
I'm trying to think back to the Goonies now. One of the brothers was in Die Hard.
Josh Brolin?
No, not those brothers. The Fratelli brothers.
Oh, yes, he was the police captain.
He was Agent Johnson, Special Agent Johnson. No relation.
That's right. No relation. That's right. Yeah, I'm sorry. I confused that. The police captain was the principal from Breakfast Club.
Yep, they're shooting at the lights.
The prize cam just reminded me, too. I've got it written down in my psychotic scribbling here. Ryan Williams also won some stickers and my comic book.
That's right, because
And I
Ryan
don't
Williams
remember
is
exactly.
awesome.
Yeah, it was Haven Venom. That's what it was.
Hey,
So,
Venom.
a lot of my comic book heading out.
Hey Venom.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with Hey Venom.
Havenum. Havenum. That's what it'd be. It's going to be one. Can't break it up at all.
All right, this is a 9.6. Moon Knight number 12.
Wow.
From 1981.
Holy cow. What are you doing with that, guys?
Yeah, that's going to be on the wall up at the shop here pretty soon. Probably on Saturday. But yeah, that's some Bill Sienkiewicz art. Bill Sienkiewicz is amazing. That's good stuff.
That's awesome.
Looking forward to a Moon Knight movie or show or whatever it ends up being.
Right. Man.
As long as they do it right. And so far, they've given me no reason to doubt. So
I have heard rumors for casting go from Daniel Radcliffe to Keanu Reeves.
yeah, that's a pretty wide gap there.
That's a big jump. I honestly feel like Daniel Radcliffe would kill it. Being completely honest, like, I'm not kidding at all. I think he would be so good at it because he's got that, like, he's got the Harry Potter thing, and I think he wants to move away from that a lot. So, like, he did, like, Guns Akimbo. He's got a lot of movies that he's done that are trying to break away from it. Huh?
Did you see the movie Horns? That was his first big breakout indie film.
Well, he was in. Let us not forget he was in Sin City.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
What?
He was in Sin City.
He was the silent villain.
Crazy psycho murderer.
Elijah Wood.
He was the cannibal guy.
Oh, Carl's right. It was Elijah Wood.
Oh crap! That was Elijah Wood. Dang it!
They
lot.
have that happen to them all the time. They'll sign each other's pictures and everything.
You know, that's funny. There's a former Alabama football player named Hoss Johnson, who I've known since I was a little kid, and my older brother used to get Hoss and his cousin Howard. They would team up and beat me up, and Hoss was huge. I mean, he was like 6'4" and 320 pounds. And I would yell at him while they were beating me up and tell them one day I was going to be bigger than them and I was going to kill them all. And I turned out to be bigger than them. So I saw Hoss Johnson at an event, and I walked up behind him and I said, "Hoss Johnson," and he turned around and he looked at me and he's like, "Josh Olive?" He says, we used to be so awful to you. He's like, don't hurt me, man. And I was like, don't worry, I've outgrown it. But I know his whole story and everything because I've known him since I was a kid. And I walked into a Firehouse Subs one time, and these people were looking at me like, whispering. And I thought, well, that's weird. And then as I was coming out and leaving, the guy kind of stops me. He says, are you Hoss Johnson? And I said, absolutely. So I told him the whole story. Signed with Bear Bryant's last signing class, 1981. I mean, he took my brother with him. So my older brother got to meet Bear Bryant and told him an Alabama-Auburn joke, like you do. But so yeah, I told him the whole thing, and then I got in the car and I called Hoss and said, "Hey man, I just some people just saw you, and so I played along and I told him I was you, and he's like, awesome."
That's pretty fun. I've never been mistaken for anyone. I don't know what I would do. I'm inspired though to just lie next time somebody says that I'm somebody else.
Man.
Oh yeah, you just play along.
Owen Henderson is dropping some movie trivia that I appreciate.
Wait, that's what we're all hitting the button so fast.
Was he really?
Yeah, he's one of the kids in the arcade scene.
Owen is my guy. I trust Owen to know just about anything. If I want to know something, I text Owen.
In the diner, when Marty gets the little zapper gun on the arcade game.
Wow.
He's one of the little kids that's like, you have to play it with your hands.
I just remember he was in the Kevin Costner movie that they filmed like down near Birmingham. That was his first big movie, Elijah Wood. Was a Kevin Costner movie that they filmed down near Birmingham. And I don't remember what it was called.
I don't know what that is.
Guys, can I share something? I spend a lot of time, effort, and energy not talking about how great my daughter is. She's amazing. But she's going to bed, and I hear through the wall, she's in the bathroom to brush her teeth. I just heard my wife say, don't put soap on your dad's toothbrush. So that's my life.
You know what to look out for.
Yep. Glad I caught that.
Oh, that's awesome. The war, that's it.
Oh.
Wow, that's you should get in there and check on that.
Probably.
Well,
guys, this has been a really great show.
You were a great
guys. This was a lot of fun. Thank you.
I'm very happy with how this went. You did a great job. Audience, you guys still managed to pick up a lot of prizes. Justin wasn't here to steal all of the Star Wars prizes, but maybe next week. Watch out for him. And I want to make sure everybody knows next week, all Halloween questions. So we're going to spend a little less time in comic book land, a little bit more time in movie pop culture land, because all Halloween questions. If you want to dress up Josh Olive, you can. Not saying
I don't have a
to.
Venom outfit.
Burrow K. Lisa's.
I don't think she wouldn't want it back after that. It would be all stretched out. She'd be like, "What is it? The sheet? What am I supposed to set sail with this thing?"
Good night.
Oh, that was adorable.
That was adorable.
I will say real quick, from a Halloween perspective, are any of you guys watching the Hellstrom show on Hulu?
No, I'm not. I'm trying to feel it out first before I get into it.
You could be mistaken for the lead on Hellstrom.
Really?
He wore that hat and a Haven Comics t-shirt. Yeah.
I'll take it. I've seen him. I'm not mad about that.
Yeah, you could. People only mistake me for, oh gosh, what's his dude's name now? You said earlier, you were talking about Lethal Weapon. He was in the first Lethal Weapon. He was Mr. Joshua.
I'm drawing a blank. Owen, what's the right answer?
Gary
now
Busey?
He's just Gary Busey. Yeah, he's terribly crazy. But
people have called you Gary Busey.
Huh?
I don't see it.
I have a hard time seeing Gary Busey.
I've
We
had
got
people
Travis says that Hellstrom is already canceled. Is that
Is
because
it?
of the Disney shift?
I don't think so. It just started. Maybe it's
Yeah,
already
that's
canceled.
crazy.
No. I will say it's pretty good. Now, I'm
I'll check it
curious
out.
about what is up with that. That's some pretty tiny carving there. Oh, this is going to be delightful.
I want to spend a second appreciating that. Historically, jack-o'-lanterns were carved from turnips, not pumpkins. Timothy Butler, I appreciate that, but also you made my life just a little bit worse just now
pretty good.
to know that.
I'm curious about what's up with that. Yeah, I'm just dying to know how you do that. Like, I made me a tiny little jack-o'-lantern. Oh, ow, I stabbed my thumb. I mean, do you pull the guts out? What kind of candle do you put inside a turnip? I'm just confused now.
Have you ever carved into a banana peel? Because I could see you doing a jack-o'-lantern on a banana peel. They look horrifying.
I do not. That sounds horrifying. I did win a pumpkin carving contest one time, though. I don't know why I did it the way I did it, but I skinned the pumpkin, so it didn't have all the ridges and everything. It was just like it looked like a cantaloupe almost, this big fat round cantaloupe. And I made pretty simple eyes and this mouth like this, but then I put little notches in it. And on the big pieces that I had skinned off, I cut little hands on the ends of them, and I put the notches in the arms. So it had little arms and little hands. And then I put little feet on the bottom. And I took all the guts that you take out of it, and I put it in a bowl in front of him, and I put a spoon in his hand. And I won.
Gross. Gross.
I really thought you guys would dig it. Y'all are both horrified. Like, what is wrong with this person?
You won from Star Factor?
Yeah. They were afraid to not let you win, is what happened, Josh.
He knows where we live.
Oh, well, look at that. Last week or the week before it was conchu. This week it's turnip jack-o'-lanterns.
We're learning a lot.
Yeah, this
So
is
the
educational.
turnip jack-o'-lanterns, Celtic tradition, and then Travis said something I want to spend a second on too. Apparently, Hellstrom's not canceled; they're just not making it anymore, which is, they mean the same thing.
Well, they have their pride though. It wasn't canceled. We decided to stop making it.
Yeah, we quit. Travis, thanks for the update. It's the ingenuity of people always impresses me. We talk about carving things, and everybody's carved some kind of strange fruit and or vegetable that maybe shouldn't be carved like that. We've got eggplants out here with jack-o'-lantern faces.
The
I do
first
kind of
time I
want to see
ever
what
had
you do with the banana peel now, though, because that's horrifying. But I can see it little ghostly, like, ooh.
So as soon as you cut into a banana peel, it starts to go bad. You know how they turn brown?
Right.
So
right.
let's say you cut an eye out, then they start to go brown, and they look horrifying.
So it's a venomized jack-o'-lantern is what you're saying.
Kind of, yeah. You could venomize a banana real quick. Hey, you know what? Anybody that's still in the audience, maybe we'll plug this on the Facebook page too. But I think we should do a costume contest over the next week. So I'd like to throw in another $25 gift card for next week's episode for the best costume that we get over the week. If you want to send us a photo, let's plug this on Facebook. Josh, you agree?
I love it.
We traditionally do a Halloween, basically a free comic book day for Halloween. We do a Halloween contest or a costume contest. Years ago, I was BoJack Horseman. That was my favorite costume ever. So if you want to compete, we'll plug that on our Facebook page and see what we get. Sarah, if you put lemon juice on it to keep it from browning, then what would be the point of carving it to look hideous?
I think she made that comment before you were talking about how it would.
What would be the point of carving it to make it look hideous? Well, you ain't right.
Have you seen? There was there was like a meme picture going around where it was talking about people going into the supermarket and carving with a needle on bananas like spooky things. So when people buy them and take them home, like the next few days, this message would appear.
That's a lot. That's terrifying.
Yeah,
There's like 15 things wrong with that.
it's extra.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
horrifying.
getting
it's
a creepy
brilliant.
message is not the
It's funny.
scariest thing there.
No, that's not good. Can you imagine, like, you get a fortune cookie that says you're going to get a terrible message, and then you go home and your banana, it says, like, you're going to die today?
Right. Your
no.
banana says, like, don't go to work.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, no, that's... Give somebody a heart attack.
Right.
You guys are full of useful information. Thank you for that, Timothy Butler.
This has been a very informative
You
episode.
do that with a toothpick. Thanks, Tim.
A terrifying episode, but very informative. Oh, Lord. Well, thanks for coming on, Carl. Really appreciate it. You were a lot of fun. Sarah was a lot of fun hanging out on the side, too. Definitely tune back in and participate. You can still win prizes next week. I saw we had Eric Hykestra on here, who won a prize. Let's see, what's the vicariously through his girlfriend, who was our guest.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, that was pretty cool. And then she won some prizes she could have given him, but she said she's not going to, and I think that was pretty rude.
Did you say Travis has been on here before as well?
Travis Goodwin,
Travis Goodwin? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's a friend of mine.
Awesome. It's a small world once you start connecting everybody.
Yeah.
Once you start showing everybody's picture on the internet.
There is a very thick nerd culture in Huntsville.
Absolutely.
It's amazing.
Yep.
Well, guys, it was great.
Yes.
We look forward to seeing everybody next week for our Halloween episode. Josh, if you're on board, I'm going to play us out, and we will see everyone soon.
Well, before you do that, we have to do this. Because he's the official realtor of Haven Comics, in case you didn't know that.
That's how I pay the bills to be able to afford to draw Spider-Man for the rest of my free time.
Because that's what he does. He doesn't watch movies, clearly.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, play us out.
All right. Have a good week, everyone. We'll see you soon.